Look up at the night sky. That glowing silver orb has been humanity's silent companion since the dawn of our species, a symbol of permanence in a chaotic universe. But what if I told you that permanence is an illusion, a temporary privilege we simply take for granted? Right now, as you watch this, the moon is quietly stealing Earth's rotational energy. Every single year, it drifts 3.8 centimeters further away into the cold, unforgiving abyss of space. It sounds insignificant, a cosmic rounding error, until you realize the catastrophic chain reaction this silent departure is destined to trigger. Without the moon, the Earth we know ceases to exist. The oceans will stagnate, the equator will freeze, and our planet will violently tilt on its axis, unleashing a chaotic era of extreme, unlivable weather. This is not science fiction. This is exact orbital mechanics, and the countdown has already begun. Today, we are fast-forwarding the clock. We will witness the exact chronological collapse of our biosphere, our oceans, and our atmosphere, as the moon finally breaks its gravitational tether. Welcome to tomorrow's fossil. Let's look at how the world ends, not with a bang, but with a silent drift. To understand the terror of a moonless Earth, we must first understand the delicate, invisible leash that binds us together. For 4.5 billion years, Earth and the Moon have been engaged in a relentless gravitational tug-of-war. This friction is what gives us our tides, acting as the heartbeat of our oceans. But this relationship comes at a cost. The energy required to pull trillions of gallons of water across the globe creates drag. Earth's rotation is slowing down. Hundreds of millions of years ago, a day on Earth was only 18 hours long. As Earth slows, the Moon gains angular momentum, propelling it outward into the dark. Lunar recession was first definitively proven in the late 1960s. Apollo astronauts left retroreflectors, specialized mirrors on the lunar surface. By firing lasers from Earth to these mirrors and measuring the time it takes for the light to return, scientists uncovered the chilling truth. The Moon is abandoning us at the exact speed that human nails grow. Why does this matter? Because Earth and the Moon are a binary system of survival. The Moon doesn't just pull the water, it stabilizes the very rock beneath our feet. Without it, the evolutionary history that led to human consciousness would have been impossible. The precise analytical balance of our planetary system is unraveling. Fast forward to a future where the Moon's distance crosses the point of no return. Its gravitational influence weakens to a fraction of what it once was. The first domino to fall isn't in the sky, it is right here on Earth, in the very oceans that birthed life. Phase 1 of the collapse is the death of the tides. The oceans rely on the Moon to circulate nutrients, flush out estuaries, and regulate global temperatures. Without the lunar pull, the Sun assumes full control, reducing tides to a pathetic, sluggish crawl, less than a third of their original power. Coastal ecosystems, the nurseries of the sea, will completely collapse. Mangroves, salt marshes, and coral reefs will suffocate under stagnant, oxygen-deprived waters. The global food chain, which relies heavily on marine life, will shatter in a matter of decades, triggering mass starvation on an unprecedented scale. But the oceans are merely the prologue. Phase 2 is structural planetary destabilization. The Moon acts as Earth's gyroscope. Its immense gravity locks our planet's axial tilt at a relatively stable 23.5 degrees, ensuring predictable, life-sustaining seasons. Remove the gyroscope, and the planet starts to wobble violently. Without lunar stabilization, Earth's axial tilt could swing wildly between 0 and 85 degrees over thousands of years. At a 0-degree tilt, seasons vanish entirely. But at extreme tilts, like 85 degrees, the equator is plunged into permanent, brutal ice ages, while the poles bake under relentless, scorching sunlight for months on end. This extreme climatic whiplash would tear the biosphere apart. Plants could not adapt to a world where the sun doesn't set for 6 months, followed by half a year of pitch-black freezing winter. Global agriculture would instantly fail, and humanity would be forced into subterranean bunkers just to survive the surface temperatures. Phase 3 brings the hyper winds. Because Earth's rotation would have slowed dramatically over the millions of years it took for the Moon to leave, the atmospheric dynamics would break down. The temperature disparities between the roasted poles and the frozen equator would generate global jet streams of unimaginable ferocity. These winds would strip the topsoil from the continents, scouring the bedrock clean. Forests would be uprooted, and entire cities would be eroded into dust by continuous supersonic sandstorms. The surface of the Earth would become an abrasive, inhabitable wasteland. And beneath the surface, the nightmare continues. The release of the gravitational tension the Moon once exerted on Earth's crust would cause severe tectonic rebounds. Earthquakes of unprecedented magnitudes would fracture the continents, awakening dormant supervolcanoes across the globe. As the dust settles from centuries of geological violence, the ultimate tragedy of a moonless Earth reveals itself. The evolution of life, the complex, beautiful web of species that spent billions of years adapting to a stable rhythm, is completely erased. Only extreme extremophiles remain, hidden deep underground. Look at the night sky again. The stars are overwhelmingly bright, completely unfiltered by atmospheric stability or lunar glow. Without the Moon to intercept incoming asteroids, Earth's surface becomes heavily cratered, slowly regressing to resemble the dead, battered surface of the very companion it lost. Without the Moon, our nights are pitch black. The circadian rhythms of thousands of nocturnal species collapse. Predatory patterns dissolve. The biological clock of the planet, synchronized over eons to the lunar cycle, shatters. Earth becomes a blind ship sailing into an asteroid-filled void. We are currently in the Goldilocks zone of time. We exist in the incredibly narrow window of cosmic history where a perfect solar eclipse is possible, where the Moon perfectly balances our climate, and where life can thrive in predictable comfort. But the clock of celestial mechanics does not care about our comfort. The departure of the Moon is a stark reminder of the impermanence of everything we know. The Earth will not die in a sudden explosion of fire, but in a slow, agonizing loss of equilibrium. The silent guardian that watched over the dinosaurs and guided ancient navigators across the seas will eventually abandon us to the void. We are children of the Moon just as much as we are children of the Earth. So tonight, go outside, look up, appreciate the silver light casting shadows on the ground. It is a dying light, a temporary gift in a vast, indifferent universe. Thank you for exploring the end of our world with tomorrow's fossil. If you want to continue uncovering the terrifying, fascinating truths of our universe, make sure you subscribe. Until next time, keep your eyes on the sky.